That's a
Mr.
good
Harris.
thing that
Hey, come
you feel
on.
comfortable talking to the guys about
There he
that's
is.
good.
There he
Hey,
is.
hey,
There he is.
hey, Grady, baby.
There he is. He gotta
He
get
acting
ready.
like one too.
Oh, Sam, don't do our hospital like that. Don't you do that?
I
Don't
ain't
you
even
do
doing
that?
the hospital.
No.
The hospital.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? I mean, one of the biggest things is, man, we actually kind of locked in a little bit today, and we want to make sure that everything's on the up and up. So we're gonna try to get everything taken care of, everything's moving, shaking, and going, and we're gonna be able to do it. Welcome to Next Play Sunday, the live stock talk, where we talk about investments, we talk about cryptocurrency, we talk about any way to make a new next play. The guys, the fellas, the ladies, and everybody is in the chat room waiting on getting ready to talk and see what's going on for the week. This week the show is always a good show, man, because we always trying to figure out what's going on in the market, how the market actually works, and one of the biggest things is we always looking for the next play. You can join us every Sunday at 7:30 right here on Facebook. Catch us on YouTube where you can actually find out all the information, or you can log into the group through the week and actually be able to see what's going on and find out what the next play is. Again, this is Next Play Investors, Next Play Sunday. We finna get ready to get over and see what everybody's doing and try to get and see what the next play is for the week. So, everybody grab a seat, grab your paper, grab your pen, listen in, just take notes and see where we're going. Let's go. Let's join everybody else and see what's going on and find out what's the next
We
play.
own our own business, man.
What's
As I
happening?
was
What's
going through the news
happening?
today,
What's
and it hit
happening?
me. It hit
Hey
me.
man,
I
we
was like,
live.
why aren't we?
And they lied, Sam. He
Oh, they lied.
started.
The people on Next Play want to hear if we talking about something good. We ain't always got to be talking about just straight stocks and money.
Well,
Talk
go
about
No,
ahead,
no, no.
Sam.
I was
Sam,
thinking.
go
I
on
was
and
like,
finish. Go
shoot.
on and finish what you was talking about.
yeah.
Oh, well, what I was saying was like, why couldn't we? Why hadn't we thought about um bringing cryptocurrency into our businesses?
What do you mean,
Well,
Sam?
guess what, Sam? I love when Sam must know what I'm finna talk about tonight again. I don't even
I don't
talk to
know. I
Sam,
was just trying to capitalize on getting some crypto.
And Sam be on point every week with me, man. What, you be in my dreams or something? What going
Oh God.
I don't want to be there. No,
like
sir.
crazy.
It's too much smoke in that mug.
Hey man, yeah, buddy.
Right. Sam, you're absolutely right.
Hey,
Listen to that.
hey, we just trying to live around here, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, man. But I was like, dang, I need to start accepting like forms of payment in Bitcoin, man.
I wonder if you probably can already through your credit card machine.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, man, I need to start looking into that.
I know my buddy who does ATMs, his ATM machines do Bitcoin. All they had to do was update the software. That was it.
Cool.
So well, I just saw an article about this Bitcoin stuff, but I meant to send it to the group.
Oh, okay.
It was some things going. It was some things going on about it.
What you find out, Nicole? Tell if you got it in front of her. Talk about it a little bit.
I know. I have to find it, Mr. Harris.
Okay. Well, I mean.
Yeah, I'll find it so I can send it. So.
And she used the government last name.
Hey, yeah, she went all the way in. She went deep.
Look at you! Oh, Sam, are you over there? Oh, look at you being petty.
We don't do that online.
but it's okay for y'all to say my last name.
Oh,
yeah, we didn't know that's your last. Nobody know. We call. I say Nicole. I don't say your last name.
Franco said my last name last week.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember that.
Sorry. But
okay, so we'll just use we're just on first name basis, correct?
Medulla oblongata.
We,
What? What? You say what?
we're on first name basis. We gotta keep it that way, Sam.
What's happening, man? What's going on, man? How everybody
Woo!
week been? Martinez, what's going on, man? What's good in the DR over there, man? You good?
Yeah,
Yeah, that joker gone again.
yeah, he is missing.
Oh man.
Our,
Well, you know,
our host. Where is our host? Where is our host with the most?
live from the
Right, because
DR.
he's supposed to be
Hold
hosting.
up.
I thought we was
Now,
hosting together.
I thought last week he said he had something juicy. He gonna be ready for
Hey, the host with the most. He getting it together.
it. Okay.
All right. All right. Go ahead. Ooh, well, I'm gonna start it off. I jumped in last week, not with Dogecoin, but I jumped in with Riot. Okay, jumped in with Riot early, and I lit. Boom, got in. Then it started going down. My stop loss kicked me out. So I said, "Ooh," I said, "It's down." I said, "Man, I'm gonna make a play because the Coinbase IPO was coming out." Bad decision. That's all I can say. I'm down bad, real bad right now.
All
I'm
right.
hurting real bad. But as far as Dogecoin, I don't know. But I did jump in crypto. I'm gotta hold tight and see what happens. That's where I'm at.
I'm gonna go on ahead.
Well,
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Sam.
Sam.
well, I know you know I stayed away from Dogecoin, but my fiance didn't. She
Okay.
bought Dogecoin and she made a nice little lick on it. And so she's not getting rid of it, she's just holding it. So I was like, okay, all right. I said, just go back in and buy some more and just hold it. I mean, because if she has that and I have what Ethereum, I'm like, and I got some Bitcoin. So I'm like, hey, I'm just looking at buying a couple of shares of Coinbase. That's gonna be like, I guess my crypto portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Be done with it, man.
Now I can say I did read a little bit about Dogecoin, and what I found out is that it started out as what they call a meme coin,
Mm-hmm.
because it was really just a meme, and since the money has got behind it, it's gained some substance based upon all the money, and I heard some institutions have bought into it.
Yeah.
That's ran it up. So
Yeah, that's my whole.
I remember.
That was my whole theory behind it, basically.
Gamal?
Can y'all remember Silica? Excuse me. Y'all remember when Elon Musk had he had made a reference to it in Reddit?
Yeah, talking about Dogecoin.
Yeah, a couple months ago. Remember
Yeah.
when Elon Musk made some type of reference to Dogecoin?
Mm-hmm.
And because it was kind of manipulating the market every time someone posted it. I think it was right after GameStop, when GameStop was going off the chart, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So people was really keeping an eye on what Reddit was saying, and then Elon Musk came in. I know y'all remember that. So, and he said something about Dogecoin, right? And everybody ear was like glued to the internet. So right then and there, I know for myself, I picked up a lot, and so yeah, I definitely cracked on Dogecoin, man. And then I kept an eye on it, and I seen it as soon as it started like making that break, the beginning of last week, and I bought in again. So it's a play. I think it's a long-term play.
Yeah, I'm going in this week. I ain't gonna lie. The reason I'm going in is just what y'all said is Elon Musk, because that's the reason it's been going up. Because they, you know what I mean. But it is gonna be a pump and dump. But the crazy part is cryptocurrency they finna start messing with the Fed. But
Hey,
yeah,
Gamal, what?
It was a pump and dump last week, though. 70 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
And you see how many people was getting in. They seen everybody was riding it. You could see that, it was ready to crash. So you're just keeping your eyes on it. It's so volatile, that the whole cryptocurrency market. And I think the best way to I don't know. I don't really chart it. I just keep an eye on it, you know.
Yeah, it's really hard to chart because they trade 24/7, man. So hey, it's hard to chart it.
Hey, Gamal, what platform are you trading on?
I still got my Robinhood, because I sold all of my stock. I still got stock in it, but majority of it is on other platforms. But I only knew that one that you could really buy it on. And I
You
think
said
maybe Webull. What's that?
so you saying you're able to buy Dogecoin on Robinhood?
Yeah, Robinhood. Because I couldn't do it on the other platforms I had.
Oh well, you need to pay attention to this doggone news report I got, boy.
Really?
Yeah, boy.
Damn.
You got some hot sauce there, Sammy Cook.
Hey man, it's something. It's
got that
something, boy.
sauce.
It's gonna it's gonna affect a lot of people. I put it like that.
You got some hot sauce on your lip.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I don't put a lot of money over there. It got about less than a G on that platform. So I don't try to play with too much money on it, you know.
Boy, hey, you see what XRP is doing?
like I was an old XRP holder. I had XRP when it was like 15, 20 cents. And I locked and it never really moved none. I actually just sold my last little bit of XRP probably back in October to make a move in the stock market. And I know, like, the craziest part about it, that's a bubble because they have no use. It's just a fad, but it's gonna go up.
It's doing numbers.
Yeah, it's gonna go up. You can't be greedy.
Oh,
Cause it ain't got like,
I'm mad. We're gonna get in at that 21 cent station when we said we gonna get in.
I know, man. I know.
We said we were gonna load the boat on it, and we didn't do it.
Woulda, coulda,
give you
shoulda.
my advice on why everybody need to be careful.
Let me hear this.
If you look at every other coin out there, it is used for something. It's tied to a company and used for something. If you go do your research about cryptocurrency, every coin that's on the top of the market is tied to something. Dogecoin ain't tied to nothing.
I heard it had some backing though.
It ain't, but listen to what I'm saying. Every coin that's out there doing something, XRP is already with Western Union and MoneyGram. Ethereum is the complete NFT market. Bitcoin is the complete trading platform. Binance Coin is backed by an exchange. I can go through the top 10 and explain to you what every one of them do.
Hey, but you know what, Franco? I don't mean to cut you off, bro. You should go through that right now and explain that, because I'm pretty sure some people need to hear that information and get that information. That's very valuable information.
So let's go ahead and break it up. All right. So in the top 10 cryptocurrency, we're gonna bring them up and I'm gonna call them out in order and I'm gonna explain to you, and everybody can go look it up for yourself. You know what I mean?
Hey, Franco. Somebody in the chat on Facebook say your audio is low.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me turn it up, son. Cause I got a loud voice and I don't want to blow everybody out. It might sound crazy. You know what I mean? All right. So when we go through this list, you know what I mean?
That's some good French fry.
So when we go through this list, right? We always gotta know, man, like, the whole thing behind this whole list. And what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to do something that I really don't really do. But I think I can pull it off. And we should be good to go. And I'm gonna share it with everybody. Can everybody see my screen?
No, I can't see it here.
There you go. Coming in. There we go.
All right. So right there on that screen, number one, you have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is everybody knows Bitcoin. Do I really got to do this?
You gotta do Bitcoin.
I gotta do Bitcoin. Ethereum is part of my topic tonight. Ethereum is a coin that is widely being used, has a lot of backing. Mark Cuban has spoken about it. Banks are using it. The blockchain rides on Ethereum, basically. Bitcoin has its own blockchain, but Ethereum's blockchain is the reason blockchain is completely workable because everything else rides on Ethereum, the whole design behind Ethereum. So that's what makes Ethereum popular. Binance Coin, number three. The guy that owned Binance created this coin on his exchange. So you have to understand that this is backed by an exchange, and the token is actually traded on the exchange before it even actually went into cryptocurrency. This is one of the only ways when we first got into cryptocurrency a while back. This was the only way that you can actually really do it, and we had to sneak and do it because they didn't allow people from the United States to do it. So that's how long this exchange has actually been around. XRP. MoneyGram, Western Union use XRP a lot to transfer money back and forth around the world because of the low exchange rate. XRP has actually been around for a long time because the people that built XRP actually built it to try to use it for money transfer. That's why the price stay low because they can control they can control how much it's going to cost to move the money a whole lot better. That's the whole purpose of XRP. If you go look up Ripple and find out what they're doing, this is what you're going to find out. Tether. Tether is back. The Tether coin is actually back because every dollar of Tether is supposed to be equal to a dollar in U.S. currency. So it's a cryptocurrency that's supposed to be tied to money. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you get to Dogecoin. Hang on a second. We're gonna skip past it. And so I can
but that volume on Dogecoin is 129 billion.
Billion.
Yeah, that's probably, after the media, that probably that kicked in.
Again, I mean, okay. I can't never pronounce that. Cardano. If I said it wrong, don't shoot me. Cardano. A lot of the
Cardano?
Cardano. I forgot how to say it, so don't shoot me. That's another coin, and a lot of the data analytics are using this to use stuff on the blockchain. So this is backed by a lot of the data analytics. That's what the whole Cardano is about because it's about using and making Bitcoin usable, making cryptocurrency usable. So they're trying to bring it into the system in another way to try to create like value. This is where you get into like the NFTs and all of that because
Cardona.
Yeah, this is where you get into EFTs and all that. Now, the only one that I don't know is Polkadot. I'm not going to even try to get into that because I gotta go read up on Polkadot because the list don't change since I looked at it last week. Litecoin. Litecoin is another coin that's actually being used and pushed in certain areas. They're also using the Ethereum blockchain, and it's actually a situation where they're actually dealing with like IT stuff, again, building out businesses, and it's actually tied to the actual same thing as just like Cardano. It's actually another segment of the blockchain that is being technology companies are actually using it for other purposes, and it also has an exchange tied to it too. But there's another story behind it. Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is basically Bitcoin, but it's the one that's going to prepare Bitcoin once it runs out. It's supposed to be a spinoff, and it was the actual first spinoff from Bitcoin. So what you have is you got Bitcoin Cash. It's being used, but it's being used because at some point in time, Bitcoin is going to stop being made. So this was a spinoff of Bitcoin that was actually done. Is hence why you see the number is still pretty high, and it's still a pretty good shot. So when we go through the top 10, like I said, Bitcoin Cash is you got some futures tied to Bitcoin Cash. You got some other trades that's out there. You have to go searching for yourself. You will see that was the beginning of the whole market where Bitcoin came in, because it really came in under Bitcoin Cash and some of that when the bank started buying in. So when you go through all 10 of these that actually got value and have been around for so long, except for Polkadot, everybody got something attached to it that is business oriented and produces revenue. Dogecoin is just a hype and fad right now. I'm not saying it's gonna go down, but the evidence shows that all these other ones that had to work so hard to get where they at, they backed by something. So this thing is not. It's gonna go. Not saying it's not gonna go up, because they're gonna run it up as far as they can. But the bottom gonna come out somewhere, because they ain't got no. How can you? We always talk about earnings and PE reports and understanding how much money if they're a good company. Man, we here to make money. We know it's a profit though. Because what can you how can you justify a price move besides Elon Musk? And if you go look at the news, that's the only reason it moved, because Elon Musk keep pushing it up.
Gamal said they got some backing. Can you tell us who's backing them, Gamal? Or you might be in there.
I mean, they do got backing, because the people that created Dogecoin, they out here selling it. They're out here trying to put a use case out on it. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Like that's true. But the problem is, it ain't big enough to justify a $10 to $15 move.
So could we say that would it be safe to invest in Dogecoin right now or XRP? Could we elaborate? Feeling comfortable to invest into these two coins.
All right. So for me to answer this, I'm gonna say it this way: if you're trying to play it safe, bet on XRP. I mean, like between the two you just gave, XRP and Dogecoin. If you're trying to play it safe, bet on XRP. And you ready to jump out the cliff and make some money, bet on Dogecoin, because it's gonna go up.
Okay.
It's gonna go up, but it's have your cell phone ready when you get that alert that says it's taking a dump.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of the.
You got to be willing to lose something if you investing, right? So know what you getting yourself involved in. If you're gonna put 100 up, be willing to lose that 100. I don't know. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
What do you know about Dogecoin, Gamal? What do you know?
What I know about Dogecoin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give us.
Well, I'm gonna help.
All what I
Go ahead.
I can't explain, but what I've been seeing online, that's about it. I don't know. I didn't made some money off of it. I haven't lost anything. Not yet. So I mean, it's a risk. I mean, I wouldn't put all my money in it. That's for sure. Just put a little bit of money on it, see what it do. I mean, what you willing to risk? And that's how I look at it. Outside of that, there's not much I could tell you about the analytics stuff like Franco speaking of. I know I seen that they're like he said they building like this push I've seen memes. I've seen, you know, they trying to sell it. They're trying to sell a coin. I don't know how long it's going to stick around. It's only time will tell.
Do you think if they get enough money behind it, they can actually create something with it?
Maybe. And it has to do with dogs.
Well,
Like that's what I've been seeing. A whole lot of memes about dogs. Like,
that's the
you know
coin
how the
logo.
American people like. Yeah, I know it's the logo. I got that, but is there anything else more that's going to come out of that whole idea of a dog or a Dodge coin, or however you want to pronounce or look at it?
You know,
It's
the
just an
crazy
idea.
part about it is though,
You
after I just did a little quick search online, I
Oh,
think
Frank, I see what's wrong. Your mic thing is by your ear, your microphone.
yeah, it might be.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know,
Stacy figured it out. I would have never thought. Like,
All I can do is shake my head.
look at the code.
but yeah. So you know, the thing I just found out about Dogcoin, it was a joke, but it's you know, like I said, y'all, you'll find out some of this stuff. But I did just find out that the people are using it now. People are using it now to pay for online artists. So that could be something big. I mean, that's something I just found on my website. I go to and look at a little bit of information. You know what I mean? That could be big. You know, I don't. All I know, like I said, they got real world use to a certain extent. But like I said, it's one of them things right now. I'm in that Wall Street Bets Reddit group. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And
hmm
you know, I don't really know what's pushing it because I be watching some of the stuff they say in there. And but whenever they get to talking about it a lot, and that's what their thing is. They feel like they can control the outcome by sticking together as a group. And as long as everybody keep riding this wave and saying that they doing it, they just picking stuff. And you got to think about it from the little man perspective. From what I seen, they trying to take all the cheapest stuff, get all the regular people, the regular working people that ain't millionaires, because that's their thing. They're against the hedge funds and the bankers and everything, and they trying to make that's the whole point of it. Is really to try to to help the regular guy beat the bankers and the hedge fund. So they'll pick a stock that's why they picking a lot of stuff that's cheap, where people can buy in a lot of it in and try to make it run.
That sound like that Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. And so you know that so like if you like you know like I said I be looking at a lot of data. So the crazy part is it's going up. I mean I can't tell you how far, how long they're gonna let it run, because all it's gonna take is another Elon Musk tweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah, that shit crazy.
yeah, so you know, it's like that's the difference between like how that price is going, because besides that, nobody would really take it serious. You know what I mean?
What kind of information you got on that? We got Dan from Freight Track, who's
Hey,
a
hey,
cryptocurrency investor.
Let's go,
So,
Dan.
how y'all doing?
Good,
All
man.
right. All right.
Man, I'm just listening, man. I do invest a little bit in altcoins though.
What you can tell us about the altcoin?
Altcoins, a couple of my favorite: XLM, Zen, Soul. No, altcoins are like the the cryptocurrency you trade towards Bitcoin to try to trade them to get more Bitcoin basically, and they go up in like higher percent gains.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what trade was that?
Man, I got up in some Zen at $92, and right now it's at like $111.
Oh man, that's good.
I
It's
really
just-
So what's your
What's that?
take on Dogecoin?
Man, Dogecoin, I don't believe in Dogecoin. It's a pump and dump. It's kind of like what he said. You know, Elon said something about it, then it went, then gonna dump it again. And I just don't believe in it because it don't got no real deal like meaning behind it. Like it don't mean anything.
So basically, it don't serve any purpose.
Exactly. Like
This-
so I don't want to be the person that buy it at an all-time high and then it just crashed.
Yeah, so it don't have traction, staying power, basically, seems like.
Yeah. It's almost like a damn Ponzi or something. Like it literally has no meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What coins y'all like?
Hey, well, Stacy, I think this would be a good time, Stacy. Let's go and run through the report right now and tell what's going on.
All right. Well, welcome everybody back to Next Play. You know, the first half we was on crypto, but now we're gonna go back. You know, talk about the Nasdaq, the S&P, Dow Jones. We're gonna talk about the sectors now. So, for the last 5 days, the Nasdaq gained 1%. Not a whole lot of movement. It closed at 14,052. We got the S&P. It gained 1.3% to close at 4,185, and the Dow Jones Industrial gained 1.18% to close at 34,201. Dow Jones Industrial, keep in mind, right now is at an all-time high. All right. Now we're gonna go through the sector report, all the sectors, where they're at, you know, how they did, so on and so forth. And this is the 1 month report that I'm giving you guys. So first we're gonna go with the first one was utilities. Utilities back up, man. They were up 10%. Number 2 was consumer discretionaries. Number 3, materials. Number 4 was healthcare. This thing is all over the place. 5 was consumer staples. 6, information technologies. 7, industrials. 8 was real estate. 9 was financials. 10, consumer services, and 11 was energy. So energy's now back at the bottom. You know, a couple of weeks ago it was at the top. And like me and Sam was talking about, I think he bought some energy last week. You know, he found a play in the energy sector. And because we started to notice a pattern, man, you know, these sectors move all over the place. And, you know, we can look at, you know, with travel picking back up and, you know, people moving around a lot more, you know, more fuel and things that are going to be burned. So eventually energy is going to pop back. It's going to pop back up at the top. So I think the energy sector's at the bottom, but there could be some jewels down there. So might want to check them out. And my next play nugget for this week, I'm going to talk about the Dow Jones Industrial. This is what I got this week for next play nugget. And I kind of stumbled upon it by reading a book by Graham. I can't think of his first name. It was Warren Buffett's partner. And he was talking about basically around the 70s, the Dow Jones Industrial was between 1971 and 1972, the Dow Jones Industrial was 1,000. It was at 1,000 points, 71, 72. You know, a lot of us on here, not all of us, but a few of us were born around that time, you know, but it was 1,000 points. Okay. And like I just mentioned, during the last 5 days, it's at 34,201 points. So since then, the Dow is up basically 33,000 points. And, you know, I was thinking that back then in 70, 71, 72, 1,000 points would cost you probably a lot of money to invest in the Dow.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Here it is, 40-something years later, 48 years later, we try to invest in the Dow. It's very expensive. but they may not have had like ETFs back then, which they have now, which gives us an opportunity to invest in the Dow. And if it repeats itself, we'll be up 20, 30 years, not us, maybe our children, but the ETF that you can use to invest in the Dow is called the DIA. And the DIA is the best and only ETF that tracks the Dow. So you just think, it's up almost 33,000 points, So you might want to take a look at the DIA. You may want to average in, put a check with a check every once in a while, buy partials of it, and just pass it on. But that's it. My name is Stacy, and that's my segment for today. And now on to Slammin' Sam with the news.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Slammin' Sam. I'm coming to you with the news, man. First up today is Morgan Stanley. I don't know if you guys have heard of what happened with Morgan Stanley. But like we say here at Next Play Investors, don't invest any money that you can't afford to lose. And evidently, Morgan Stanley can afford to lose a lot because they lost they lost $911 million just last week. So that just lets you know, and this is a hedge fund, and they have a excellent track record, but anybody can lose trading stocks. So just a little information about that. So if you take a loss, just hey, just keep plugging and keep doing your research. You're not going to get all of them right, but you just got to be resilient, set your stop losses, and keep it moving. Okay. My next news up for today is Massachusetts versus Robinhood. Massachusetts is getting ready to make it illegal to use Robinhood as far as a trading platform, as far as that goes. They're saying they're having too many problems out of it, and they no longer want it to be available in Massachusetts. And Robinhood is actually trying to figure out and get everything corrected. But that's not the first time I've heard of people having problems with Robinhood. So I myself, I stay away from it. This is just me personally, not bashing it or anything, but hey, if it's doing stuff like that and it's not, helping you or anything like that, I'm staying away from it.
I mean, I agree with you on that one. I stay away.
Huh? Your
My
mic's
bad.
muted.
I agree with you on that one. I stay away from Robinhood myself.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So, hey. And on to my last news segment. Basically, as I was scouring through the news and everything, and I was trying to figure out the significance of Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and trying to find out, okay, well, why is everybody on board, and why is the government and all this is on board, and why the government fighting against it? They want to get it, to where they can make their money off of it. And then it hit me when they said that basically everybody don't have a bank account, believe it or not, in the United States. But just about everybody has a phone in the United States, which makes crypto tradable and usable in the United States, even if you don't have an account, a bank account. This is why the bank system is fighting to try to regulate it, to make sure that they can get their piece of the pie. But as we know, crypto, it isn't affected by inflation, the surcharges and everything. This is why we, the mass media, that's why we like it. We like dealing with the cryptocurrency because there's no surcharge. You can just shoot it up and that's it. That's done. But just a little insight on what I got from it. It's just that, hey, everybody just about has a phone and they can trade crypto or use crypto with a phone. You don't need a bank account with it. So that's my news for today. And my name is Mr. Clark. I'm out. Catch you guys next week. And I'm gonna hand it back to Big Wolf, Mr. Anderson here, and
Man, your mic muted, man.
Hey man, that makes sense though, cause it's real accessible on your phone. Like I trade from my phone actually.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
makes
makes a lot of sense.
Makes sense, man. So eventually, I think it's going to be regulated some way, somehow.
Soon as the banks try to figure out how they can get their greasy palms in it,
I
it's
mean, they
over.
kind of already regulating it.
They already
Yeah. With
That-
with Coinbase
that-
coming on last week, yeah, they already is trying to, but the banks can't get their hands into like Bitcoin right now and stuff like that, and that's what they're trying to. Once they figure that out, it's a done deal. Done deal.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's-
they're gonna find a way to get their hands on it.
Yeah, they'll figure it out sooner or later. But right now is an opportunity for everybody like, hey, build your portfolios and get what you need, all that stuff in it. Oh, and also on like Stacy was saying, on your stocks and stuff, don't look at the way I've started going about investing in mine. And I'm not, like a fiduciary advisor or anything, but the way I go about looking at mine is if the sector is at the bottom, that's where all the gems are. To me, that's where all the gems are. If the lagging sector is, say, real estate, that's where I'm looking. If it's ETFs, that's where I'm looking. If it's the last one on the list, because I'm gonna get a bigger bang for my buck, that's where I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna look at the one at the top because it's already too high for me.
Yeah.
So if you look in your sectors, you'll probably find some of the stocks you're looking for.
You're right, and you're right about that too, Sam. And I think if you are basically bottom feeding, as long as you buy good companies,
Yeah.
companies that's profitable and that's making money, and you get them at a discount, basically.
Yeah, exactly. They've been up. They've shown their sustainability.
What was the one that you bought a few weeks ago, and the reason why you bought it? That energy stock.
That energy stock. The reason I bought it was because I looked back through the history of it, and it has sold as high as $66, and they had a strong track record. They've been in business since '86, and I'm like, and they were really low right now, but they were also in that lagging sector that week, and that's where I found that one. So I picked it up for $6. I'm like, I'll buy it and hold it. It's going to turn around. It's an energy sector. So, and you can see energy is sort of like what, at the bottom again? Right about now?
energy's at the bottom again. But we
Yeah.
saw energy a few weeks ago, and it was at the
It
top.
was at the top, yeah. But I bought it when it was at the bottom, which was a week or so ago. So
Yeah, it's a nice play.
So guys, I'm sorry, I placed an article in the chat that I was mentioning to you all earlier.
mhm.
And so it briefly, well, I guess it's more like a rumor, because I guess the freight track person mentioned something about, I guess, the government trying to come, or banks. So it talks about how the U.S. Treasury, they're trying to crack down on some things. So when you all have an opportunity, I placed it in the chat so you all could read that article.
All right. Does that have anything to do with GameStop and what they?
No, it
way
was just
the
it was just
retailers-
it was just cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and
Okay.
how is it pronounced? Is it Dogecoin
It's called
or
Dogecoin. So,
Dogecoin?
So the U.S.
Dogecoin,
government
okay.
already kind of regulating it because they made. I used to trade on the thing called Binance, but
I
now
saw
if you live in America, you got to trade on Binance.us
Yeah,
because all your capital gains they want to tax.
exactly. See, they want their hands. They want to get their money.
Yeah, they want that. They
But
want.
that's a good thing though because if they're allowing everybody to trade it and regulate it, then that only means that it's going to have a future for us, a future platform.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
true.
If they're getting money from it already, they're gonna allow it to continue because that's how they.
Exactly.
As long as they making money, it's gonna continue, or they're gonna allow it to continue. Basically.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Franco, you got something for us? Good. You don't share it
I
enough. So
got I got something that we gonna talk about. You know, I always got a lot to say when I want to talk, so I don't know how much y'all want to listen.
drop those jewels.
So you know, we've been talking a lot about one of the biggest things we've been talking about is NFTs, and I think we sit here talking about cryptocurrency. I'm talking about what's going on, and everybody can get involved. It's the we gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show it a little bit, and I'm just give everybody at home what it really is. I mean, and you got one of the main things in NFTs, and everybody go look it up. I'm finna give y'all the websites to go and start doing your research on NFTs, so you'll start knowing what's going on and see how it's being sold. And I'm gonna pull it up a little bit and show you a little bit of two of the exchanges and what's really going on. That's what like I said tonight. I want to talk. I've been looking into it for about a week or two. Well, really, ever since I brought it to the group, I've probably been in it about a month, but I took a couple of weeks off looking at some other stuff. But these people are making money. And OpenSea is the exchange platform that you want to go look at. This is one of the biggest platforms that you can sell digital art. And so we talk about making revenue. These people are actually making money off digital game characters, digital pictures, animations, whatever we want, and a picture of you or a tweet or a screenshot of your Facebook page can actually bring you money. We got to understand what they're selling. If somebody thinks your picture or a picture of you is worth some money, you can post it on here and people will bid on it, just like eBay. You know what I mean? You leave it on there for a certain time, and your picture image get bidded up. It could be a drawing on anything that's digitized. And so we talk about OpenSea, and that's one of the biggest one. And what I'm going to do now for a quick second, I'm going to show y'all one of the other exchanges. It's called Rabble, and I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of what's actually going on and how it actually works. That way, you know what I'm saying, everybody can kind of see for themselves uh what's going on. And so everybody can kind of see everybody can see the presentation on the screen, right? So the people at home, we want to make sure everybody else can see it too.
Yeah, we good.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is where we at with it now. We in a totally different realm when we talking about the whole concept of NFT. I mean, it's real. I just want you to understand. Let's just take this. You know what I'm saying? Polka dot. And this picture of Chuck Taylor's All Star is worth 7.85 Ethereum at a rate of $17,000 just for this picture. So we talking about making money. I mean, this is what we talking about. These people pictures are being sold to use cryptocurrency to sell stuff like pictures that's getting $17,000. This is where I mean, I can't tell you this is trading, but we always looking for the next play. We always trying to figure out how else we can make money passively without having to do it. And I'm showing you that this is the new age. I mean, you look at this. This is not even a real picture, but somebody got $123 for it. You see what I mean? So we entering a whole new way to make money. It's not the old way. And so you really got to understand how this cryptocurrency is moving. I mean, they're not everything that they're telling you. They're really kind of hiding a lot of it because only certain people are really getting into it.
What about sports?
Hmm?
You say sports on that?
Say that
Like
again.
baseball, what about sports like baseball cards, basketball cards, rookie cards?
Well, I mean, it covers anything. Anything somebody wants to actually put on here, you can actually do it. If you give me a second to bring this down, and then I'm gonna take you to the biggest one, and let you kind of see what's going on with them. And you'll see that you can sell anything. This is just the one that actually I can show you without having to pull up an account, because a lot of them you gotta have an account for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Franco,
go ahead.
sorry, I want to. Is that the same thing as when you buy that digital art? You're the one that's licensed. you're the only one that can use that image. That's why it's valuable. That's what adds value to it. Is
No,
that what they're doing with it?
that's
Because if you purchase it, from what I understand, that once you purchase that image, you're the only one that can actually like use it to make
Sell it.
money, basically. Yeah,
Sell it.
sell it. And you can like say
You're
a
selling
company
it.
came and said, "Hey, we want to use that image," and you like, "Well, yeah, I own it, so I can let you use this image." But they're the only ones that can use it, and they will pay you a certain amount of money to use that particular image. So they're selling it like that. That's how they make their money off those images when they pay for them.
that's
Sam,
yeah.
from what I understand from it, right, a little bit, like for instance, in the gaming world, they
Yeah.
have these what you want to say, like I don't know, it's things you can use with your players. It could be a skin. I think they call them skins. That's what I think it is. And then with these skins, if it's cool to you, it's just like these digital art, these little images that you can use and you can buy it. So that's where I know they're making a lot of money off of that from there. The NFTs is going into gaming. So that's big.
Your mic is muted, Frank.
Yeah. So can you hear me now? So I ain't gonna take up too
Yeah.
much more time. But I'm gonna show you some more stuff about NFTs, and I think that everybody really need to start getting into it because this is the other side of cryptocurrency now. This is gonna be big. They're not letting this die because, as anybody know, if they're making a lot of money off of it, they're making a lot of taxes off of it. And again, like the gentleman and the other people said before and the lady, once they start taxing it, everything's good. But when you get right here, you get a chance to see like trading cards. You get a chance to see all the stuff that they're actually trading on and actually getting. You see what I mean? And stuff like this is selling like half of Ethereum. You know, you got trading cards, you got virtual worlds, you got a whole list of stuff that is just on here on OpenSea. And so, you know, you got collectibles, sport, utility, virtual world, domain names, art. All these things are being sold in some kind of way. You know what I mean? And so you got to understand that that's it. Like Sam said, if you're the one that buys this one, everybody that wants to use it in any kind of digital form online has to pay you a royalty. So it's like you're licensing the use of it. You're creating a situation where you're licensing everybody who uses it after you. Everybody has access, but if they want to use it, they gotta actually pay you, just like Sam said. And that's what's making it so popular because people buying crazy stuff. You know, like there's, you know, and so that's why I say everybody here looking for the next play. This is the next play. You can sell a picture of somebody else if you took it. I mean, as you see here, we got some shoes, and it's just a picture with a little digitization to it. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I mean? People making anything digital. Check this out,
I
Gronkowski.
read an article today where I think this guy was on Earn Your Leisure talking about
But what are they using it for, though? That's the question.
there you go right there. That's one right there. They were talking about the sports card.
So Gronkowski sale ends tomorrow. It's almost at $5,000 just for a baseball card that's digitized. That's not even the card. That's just a digitization of the card that somebody created.
So what they're saying is basically once they digitize it,
Look.
basically it's indestructible because a fire could destroy the original card or anything else like that. But digitized, it's in the cloud. So
But
you
check
ain't
it
gonna
out,
never
y'all.
lose that. Huh?
There's it says edition 40/87.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they have more than one edition.
Yeah,
now.
but it's limited.
Yeah.
So somebody
That's
sat
what-
down and used graphic design skills, created this, and now it's for sale. And they can make almost $5,000 off of it. You created it one time. The new way of markets and money. This is our children have to get abreast on how to use their talents to do this. Our family and people. Because what you have now is all this stuff that we're doing on the internet is going to be converted over into the old way, but it's
Yeah,
still the same process.
where you're gonna have to pay for everything, basically. Look,
Exactly.
all that stuff ain't gonna be free.
Exactly. Exactly. When you getting charged for a digitized pic, so if you got your cell phone, which they've pushed everybody to, and you want a specific ringtone or a specific picture as a wallpaper, you will have to pay for that.
Mm.
If you wanted a specific skin on your laptop, you got to pay for it. If you want to play you can buy stuff that nobody else has, and that's what's going to be cool in a minute. Oh, I own this. Like literally, a guy sold a pick for a lot of money. I think he got like $6 million for it, and it ain't nothing but a gray spot.
I saw that report on that. He sold it for some millions.
It ain't nothing but a gray spot on it. Digitized gray spot. So that's my piece for the night, man. For the next play, cause it's 8:30. We ain't even talking about no stocks or forex or nothing else. Cause tonight we've been talking about everything else. I mean, and I'm gonna turn it back over to my man in the DR having fun in the sun, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day. Well, hey, what's my good friend Nicole? Nicole, you got anything? Yeah, I know you always sitting in the background.
Nicole.
Okay. In the spirit. You got anything you want to share with us?
No, I just did the I'm so over this sundial thing. So I don't know, do I just need to try to get rid of it, or do I just need to keep it because it is killing my portfolio?
Hey Nicole, I'm right there with you, boy. It's rough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I'm like, I asked Franco, what do I need to do? Because it's a mess. So I need to get.
I told you, set your stop loss.
Cut it.
Cut your what I say. I said set your stop. Listen, before I say this, I'm not nobody's financial advisor or fiduciary. But like I told you, in the morning, set your stop loss. It closes. It give a little space to try to move. If it don't move tomorrow, set your stop loss. Get out. Let them push you out. That's the only thing you can do. Take a loss.
I always revert back to what somebody in the admin sector said to me. Treat it like your basketball players. If that joker ain't performing,
put them out.
Put it out.
They go into the bed.
Take them out.
Take them out. I think because I'm just, I think that things will be legalized at some point. I think it's just everything is just a slow roll or whatever. But I think, I'm looking more with the grow generations. So I did get some shares in that.
I mean, y'all gotta understand, they can't really just come out and legalize. That's why they talking about Biden ain't with it, but everybody, they finna make a spectacle out of it, kind of like they did the impeachment. The whole thing for the next couple of months is legalization, because Congress already don't prove to you that they want it. I don't know, Michelle. I mean, Nicole, your phone, your mic went muted. So it's gonna pass, but a lot of it, like I said, you got to look at the whole thing with the stocks. Like I explained, and I gave you some advice. The stores that sell marijuana are affected by the pandemic too. They people don't really have money to buy weed, to buy cannabis. Sam face look real tight.
What?
Yeah, people don't have money to buy cannabis.
They got their stimulus. I think
would say that again.
People are going to find money to do what they want to do with it.
I'm gonna tell you, if I had time, I could pull the report up.
What everybody at home doing?
Well, pull the report up, Franco.
The thing is, a lot. The craziest part is
all the cabbage they want.
The craziest part is a lot of them are gonna be doing earnings these next 2 weeks, so you got to go and look out for it. A lot of the cannabis companies are doing earnings, and with them being shut down for the pandemic, they couldn't grow nothing. They couldn't do. It's a lot of like even though it seemed like they couldn't be affected, the type of cannabis that a lot of these companies are selling selling the cannabis to people that don't really want to feel like they're doing drugs. So they ain't selling just the street weed. They selling like I found a company, they got dog walkers. The weed is in packages with dogs on it. So the marketing is when you're walking your dog, smoke you a joint. You know what I'm saying? So they not selling to the people in the hood. They're selling to the people that don't really want to say that they smoking reefer or cannabis or cannabinoids or whatever you want to call it. And they are trying to do that. So these companies that got these retail stores, they ain't really had no product. Cause the factories, cause you gotta realize it's business. They got factories that's growing their stuff. It's not old Joe down the street got a couple plants in the garage. You know, so you got to think about it. They running it as a business. You got security companies. You got everybody that had to shut. Like these people had to shut down operations. Like just like if it was Nabisco, Nabisco couldn't really get people to go to work. So cannabis it ain't legal and it ain't a what they call a deemed necessary operation. So
It is. Don't say that in the hood, boy.
It just went down to 84 cents, and at one point it was $5. People went crazy, so I just needed to know. I know you all are not financial advisors. I do realize that, but I do know that I don't know if I need to just I think I'm gonna just let it sit. I think at some point it'll work itself out.
So, what did you, if you don't mind asking, you bought in at what?
Like 80-some cents. Like I bought in cheap, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, you ain't lost none.
I know I didn't
Well,
lose
if it's at
anything,
50
but
something, she lost a little bit of something.
just a little bit.
But just hold on. You probably
I
Yeah,
mean,
you can hold on to that. I would hold on to that if it was just that little bit, whatnot. But it was a large amount sum. I'm like, I ain't gonna wait for it to go down in the 20s. You can forget that. I ain't gonna take it.
Now I'm not really losing a lot of money. I told you all that before. So I just when I saw that I was a little upset. It's not a lot of money, but still.
Yeah. It's dragging the portfolio down.
if you see it really start just crashing,
Mhm. I need to run.
I love it. Excuse
I love my granny baby. That's my BFF over there.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, though, Nicole. Just set your stop loss where you're comfortable at, or hold on to it.
I will.
It's rough. It's rough holding that.
It been,
It's ugly, boy. It's ugly.
It'll be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Well,
yeah, but the grow generation is doing fine for me because I think I bought in at like $45.
Yeah, right now
is good.
I'm taking a beating in Southern Company right now, but I know it comes and goes in phases. So I knew that since I missed my window of getting out, it goes up and it comes down. I just missed my point this time to sell off, but I usually buy back when it drops back. So I'm just gonna buy back in when it drops down all the way down, and then I'll trade all of it out once it goes back up. Summer's coming around the corner. The energy stock's gonna soar up. So it's just waiting your time. But I don't know about the weed stocks or nothing like that. So
the cannabis stocks.
No, the weed.
I say cannabis because I know we're online.
So you bought in the MJ last week?
That we talked about?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't do that one.
Okay.
Y'all not be over here trying to manage. I be managing my money. Okay.
I feel you. All of us do. All of us manage our money.
Some of y'all over in here some big hitters, so y'all be buying all kind of stuff.
Girl, we don't even play baseball. What you talking about? Ain't no hitting around here.
the big hitters in this group.
No, thank you.
But did you do the MJ, Sam?
No,
mean,
I don't. But the guys know I just don't mess with weed stocks. Period. Anyway, though, that's just me.
You don't mess with cannabis stocks. Oh, okay.
Nah, I don't mess with those at all.
Oh, well, that's interesting. But I just, because I think at some point, it will be legalized. So that's
Even
just
if it was
kinda-
legalized, I wouldn't mess with it.
Oh, okay.
I invest with a chicken and an egg.
Hey, so Mark, what you telling us is that you have no part in that at all, Sam?
No.
He
Nah,
said no
man.
part in cannabis stocks. He doesn't do any.
Man,
Nah, man, can't do it.
We're gonna play another song for you, Sam. It's gonna be just for you.
give him one,
Give him a song,
Martinez.
Martinez.
Give him one.
I ain't gonna do it.
Don't do
Hey.
that. Let's not do that.
I
To
just
Sam.
can't do it. I ain't gonna do that one.
I'm
Nah.
gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna give him a pass.
So man, what's up, man? What's up? Anybody want to drop a stock or you want to talk? You got some
I
forex news?
want to talk about gold.
Oh, let's bring that up.
Gold? Okay.
Let's get some gold going.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna present my screen to y'all. We talked about this about a week ago. I think it was about a week or two ago. We've been talking about it lately in the forex market,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and basically, it's doing exactly what we said it was going to do because we know where there's a strong support level at. You guys can see my screen?
Yeah.
Not yet. It's still working.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. All right. I think this one was back when we was talking around. Let's see. Let's look at the date. All right. So when we was talking about gold was going down here. It was just back in February. It just started going down, big nasty downtrend.
Mhm.
But we said around to get around 16, because I think we look back at the past previous history and data on gold. When it get down to this, for some reason, the buyers like to come in. They bought it up, they sold it back down. They bought it up when it came back to the same level. And now we see that it has broken a new high, I think it's going to get back up to this level. I think we're going to see 1,800 maybe. But for some reason, I'm trying to get an understanding why is gold all of a sudden getting back popular again, because we was
Well,
to Bitcoin.
I got an answer for that. Interest rates dropped again. They were right on
Oh.
the rise, and now they dropped back down. Interest rates are back at just about at 3, and now they've dropped way back down closer to 2 now.
I'm gonna
Hey,
give
but
y'all another reason why it went up.
It's what, Stacy?
I said he may want to be careful too, because the interest rates came down, right?
Yeah.
With the numbers, but they're also talking about inflation like mid-year.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm gonna give you another since Martin want to bring this up, and I'll go pull the article in a minute. There's a real estate investor out of New York that just went and sourced $6 billion worth of gold, period. And he's gonna create a cryptocurrency behind it. And I pulled after he's talk about it, because that's what I think is they're trying to use gold to fight cryptocurrency. This crypto coin is actually coming out is going to be backed by gold. And this guy, I was reading into a studying, and this guy went and sourced $6 billion in physical gold from around the world, and is having it all shipped back to the United States. And this has been going on for a while, so that's what's pushing the gold. That's what they say is going to make the gold price also go back up, because now they're hoarding the gold to try to compete with cryptocurrency. And if his coin comes out and once he finishes it all up, then you're going to see that gold is going to be put up against Bitcoin. That's what they're talking about. And I'll go look for it while y'all finish this.
And Martinez, look at your MACD. You got a whole lot of buyers in the market for doggone
Yeah,
gold,
that's
too.
what I'm saying. That's why I say it. I think this is going to be the actual leg that continues to go up just by looking at the formation of this uptrend, you got a new high, you got a pullback, you had a little consolidation, and it broke it.
Yeah.
It went up, came back down, tested a little bit, but right now I'm seeing this band, so it might have a little pullback.
Yeah, and then you got your trend line going up too.
Yeah, you got a lot of imbalance here.
Yeah,
Hey, but look at that last run up in the MACD.
I see it.
Yeah, it's almost like the same pattern. If you go back past the sell-off,
Yeah.
you see there?
Yeah, it does. It looks a lot like it.
Right. What did the chart look like? I can see the MACD. What about the chart?
Pull it down a little bit. There we go.
There you go.
It was going to, it's
what was the high at that
like
time
it's on
over there? That was at 19.
But right now it might have reached support level right here, and I believe it's going to try to go back up here and test this area around 19,000.
So you can make a quick two.
If it hit once, it hit twice. If we hit 3 times, it's more like it's going to continue down. But I think this is the second run. The leg is pushing up. So I think it's going to go around test this area up in the 18. Right. That's where the money area is. This is the money area. Remember, price loves to go up. What price for?
Look for that comfort zone.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So it's testing the lows and then it kind of keep pushing down. So I think now it's continue to push. All right, well, let's look at something else. Let's see what the dollar's doing since the last time we looked.
It went down. Got to be. If that gold going up, the dollar went down.
There you go. You're exactly right, Sam. So the reason why I'm saying all this, guys, because remember we was scratching our heads about a couple weeks, like, why is gold going down and Bitcoin is going up, but the dollar's going up, everything? What I think the markets are doing now, they're normalizing. That means everything is getting back to normal. You're gonna see movements and volatility like we were seeing. Just the normal volatility, just the markets being normal right now because there's no crazy media, there's no crazy president in the house right now. There's nothing, everybody's got kind of used to the pandemic and trying to get back to their lifestyles. So we're seeing the markets are starting to get back to their normal patterns.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yep.
I think that's a great thing. I think it's a great thing.
And we may have some steady growth.
Yep, I think so.
Slow,
I think
slow
so.
and steady, really. You know, slow and steady.
But the dollar, we see right here, the dollar's going down. The dollar got up to about right here, about 91. So I'm pretty sure it's going to push back up this week and probably test this area right here. But eventually, you can look for it to go up, and probably the price of gold is going to go down. And the markets, let's see, the euro against the US dollar, what are we looking at? A nice little pattern here. Okay. I think we're going to get a little pullback because I believe the US dollar is a little stronger than the euro right now. It's going to come back and down here and test this level right here, about 1778, and probably going to push back up. That's all I got for the Flores market. Let's do some stocks, guys. Who got some hot stocks they want to drop in? We can talk about today. Any ideas? Any suggestions?
I got it hot, but I wouldn't mind taking a look just to see what Apple.
TQQQ, what they doing?
Apple is.
Oh yeah, we already predicted that. We know what Apple gonna do.
It's performing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go up.
We see this little area from the 108 to the one. It's gonna always be the buying area. When it gets here, it's gonna take up. It's gonna come up here, probably test this area again, and it's probably gonna be a pullback unless it gets more volume. They find some way to entice buyers to come in from the retail markets and the institutions.
They've already done that. I saw it in the news. They're releasing their new products next month. Actually, they're releasing new
But that's
products
a
that
start.
they're releasing next month.
I believe that they're going to have to do something more than that, because I'm a true believer that Apple's one of those companies that reports their numbers honestly.
Yeah.
They have a fine business structure, and you see what they're pricing. We know that they have been through multiple splits before. I believe this company is just collecting money, and sooner or later it's going to take off again. But right now, it's just that distant safe zone.
Well, I think one thing we gotta worry about. Apple is Apple is real secretive, but rumor has it they're actually gonna do a spring release again. And Apple is not known for releasing twice in a year, but they saying they're gonna do a spring and a winter release. And it's even yet to be said because the Apple Watch supposed to be updated. They got a lot of stuff that's supposed to get updated.
Yeah.
So, and then this Apple Car. See, the thing is, I've been looking into the Apple Car too. So Apple is kind of looking for some new big news, but then at the same time, we got to be careful with Apple too because the government's starting to mess with Apple, Google, Facebook, all the big tech companies for antitrust.
Yeah.
So although Apple is a known company and they collecting money, it's a lot of unknowns that's facing Apple. It ain't just Apple; it's all the tech companies. Like they cap. The people in Washington really messing with them folks right now. So that's gonna cut into the bottom line if they start investigating and having to get lawyers and getting sued, and that may change them having all that money.
Yeah. Mercedes has an EV vehicle coming out too. I heard.
Oh, that new. You should see that new S30. That it's a S. I think it's S630, 732, all
Oh yeah.
electric. Ooh.
That mug nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that thing. Yeah, but yeah, so that Apple, I don't know if Apple gonna go down. I don't know. The trend is good, but that's the thing about Apple, man, that we got to keep in mind that the government messing with them.
Yeah.
We got to keep that in mind because all it takes is the government to say something crazy and the stock price tumble a little bit.
Oh, and I know what I want to talk about. And I don't know if everybody has bought into this, but if you guys have not bought into this yet, remember, we're not your financial advisor. But this stock, this ETF that Stacey brought it to my attention, I can't stop talking about this thing. If you have not bought into it yet, I would say wait for the next pullback and get in.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Since we talked, and we've been talking about this for at least about 6 months.
Yeah.
Most I've seen this stock pull back since we got in it has been maybe $1, maybe $2. That's the most I've seen it pull back. But it's
on a steady uptrend. It's going straight up.
It's just consistent. It's so consistent.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about what's in there so people maybe could know?
Sure.
Well, let's pull it up and talk about it a little bit. Because I would like to know what's in there. We talk about so much stuff. I forgot about this one.
You can't forget about this one, my brother. This is a crop.
I be looking up them tweets. I be looking up them tweets because that's the new industry. It's like Budweiser. It's gonna be bigger than Budweiser.
This particular portfolio ETF, it follows the S&P 500. That's what it follows, and their top 10 holdings is Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet, Hathaway, J.P. Morgan Chase, and Johnson & Johnson. So
you got some nice company, man. Nice company.
It's a solid company, man. It's been a great investment. I got another one last week. It's a little steep. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Probably not. I mean, Johnson
the
Johnson
other
is
company's
one
gonna
of
hold
them.
it up.
Yeah, the other time it out.
How much do they
Johnson-
own though?
Like Johnson and Johnson, they own shoot, it doesn't say, man. It says, I want to say 1.27%.
Nah, that ain't enough. Nah.
Yeah, that's what they own. I did look at the option chain a while back, and the option chain, they had like $50 strike price. Slow but steady. That's what I can tell you about this company. They
Yeah.
slow but steady. I looked at another one. No, I ain't looked at it. I bought another one this week that kind of has the same stuff in it. I guess I kind of like a lot of ETFs, man. I've been riding with the ETFs. I can't think of the name of it. I'm about to look it up right now. We're gonna pull the chart on it. It's called FDN.
FDN.
Yeah, it's called
FDN.
Yeah, FDN.
F as in Frank, D as.
Yeah, it's called FDN, right? And it's another ETF.
First Trust trade fund. Okay.
And it's a First Trust ETF Dow Jones Internet Index Fund. And yeah, I know it's a little steep.
I like that. I like the
What's in the portfolio, and we buy good companies when we can. Same thing, pretty much, except they got Amazon. They got a lot in Amazon, Facebook. They got PayPal, and this is the top 10 holdings. Alphabet A. They got Netflix, Cisco, Alphabet C. They got Salesforce. They got Zoom Media, and they got Twitter in there.
Man.
And they got a decent chart.
They do. What I'm looking at, they do. They've been performing weeks, months, and years.
Mm-hmm.
The yearly yield is 66.61%.
Yep. Yep. They've been doing good. Now, the one I took a beating on is that doggone Riot. Where do I get out on Riot, player?
Hey, we already talked about it. I told you. You said you're going to give it to Win.
Man, put Riot up, man. I need the exit strategy.
Throw the baby out with the bad water then. Go on, throw the baby out with the bad water. And you want an exit strategy, throw the baby and the bad water out.
Hey,
Man,
Martinez.
where we getting out? Where we getting out? We talking about where we buying in at? Where we getting out?
He went back in.
Where we getting out at?
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't get out of it, bro, because see right here, right where it started. That's a little support. I think it's gonna bounce back up, but if you're looking for an exit, that might be your exit right here. That's 60.
Then where we buying in at then? How about that?
Nah, don't buy back in yet.
I mean, I don't.
Where
What is he doing?
I want to see what Gamal got to say.
Bitcoin went down this weekend.
Bitcoin
Bitcoin went down this weekend. Don't buy in right now.
But it
Bitcoin
started going back up though.
Yeah, but see,
You
the
can
thing
buy back
is,
in. You wait
the
for a
hash
little
rate,
while, you can.
the hash rate went down.
What
And
you say, Gamal?
I think you can still. I think you still can buy back in. I would give it some time, but yeah, it looked like it's still another buy. I didn't pour my money out of it already. I mean, made my money, but I keep looking at it.
man, they bought that thing at $5. I know he better not pull his money out.
It's about. It's just in consolidation right now. It's just a big consolidation.
Yep.
That's all.
Hey, you know what? I mean, if you look at it, the institution sold off on that first big red candle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody will be
right now, Martinez, with that little candle that wicked out, the last one.
Yeah, but you still got sellers in the market. But I mean, this is like a big. That's opportunity to buy right now because
That's all you got in the market is sellers.
So Martinez, how could we chart this thing? Not even chart it, but how could we follow it real time Could we follow it real time and find out when the sellers come back in the market, like on a minute chart?
I mean, we're looking at the daily chart right now, and looking at the daily, it seems like all the sellers they basically taken over right now. So right now, the market is waiting for the buyers to come back in. I mean, you had a big institutional sell-off, and it seemed like the buyers are gradually coming back in. So maybe within a week or two, maybe they take back over and push price back up.
I see.
Because it's at that support level right now. So if we look here,
But it
let's
looks
say
like
we
we
put,
had a lot of sell-off since March, right? A lot of
Yeah.
sellers been in the market since.
but it consolidation. That's all. It's just a big consolidation.
Okay. Okay.
Get here, hit go, test it. Buyers come back in and buy it up, sell it, test it. They probably come back in and buy it up again.
Oh, I see it right there. I see it. I see it right there.
Mm-hmm. What I like about that,
I'm sorry. What type of company is this?
Riot.
Uh-huh.
It's a bitch crypto blockchain.
Yeah, it's a blockchain.
Okay.
And it's saying that the reason it's saying here, the reason it took a dive was because that they're saying that the crypto mining stock is a better buy than Riot is right now.
Mm.
Yeah, because I actually bought in the other
Where
one,
is it?
Mara.
Marathon Digital?
Yeah,
what
that's
they're
the one I
saying.
bought
Riot.
in, but I took
Yeah.
a lick on that one myself. I bought into that one last week too when the pullback happened, and
Yeah.
it pulled a little bit back more.
Oh,
MARA.
Yeah.
MARA is the one I bought into the other one because I was trying to, everybody. Yeah, well, I was trying to, I was trying to make a baby.
Let's look at Can we look at
We got-
Marathon Digital? See if the
You
chart.
gotta keep an eye on it, man. Don't
Yeah.
be too quick to buy in, because that's what you got to do. That's what I've been noticing it with these stocks. I've been watching Riot for the longest, man, and Marathon, and Bit Digital. You know, Bit Digital started to make a run last week. If you noticed
Yep.
it, right?
Yep.
They started to make a run. Okay, and then Marathon and Riot took a setback, right? You've seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just for me, it's a feeling. I just be feeling them out, man. I look at the market and I just keep my eyes on it. So that's what's been going in my behalf.
Gotcha. I know that
You
big.
can't understand it.
Yeah, we know what you're doing using that unicorn magic. We know.
Whatever it is, yo, it's been working out, yo. It's been
Purple
working, yo.
horseshoes.
Hey man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Y'all gonna get off my unicorn over there, man. You know what I'm saying? He just got back in the pack. We need him to dish out some more winners. And I don't care. He smack it up, flip it, rub it down, and throw some sea salt on it. Tell me some of those information.
I hear you, kid.
Hey,
That man sea salt.
hey man, he throw some sea salt on it, man.
Himalayan sea salt.
So Stacy, you had Riot too?
And that's all I use.
I got Riot. I bought Riot at like 55, man, and
Took a bag.
boy. But to the flip side, I bought it at 55, and it went up to like 63. I got stopped out at about 60. Then it came all the way back down to 55. I bought back in at 55, and but the way the chart looks,
It's in the buy
it
area
looks
now.
low.
Because the other young lady, she's on here sometimes. Miranda, is it Miranda?
Marina.
Marina. Okay. Because she talked about it in the WhatsApp chat the other day, I think. They were talking about this.
Yeah.
He got him like 5 cents.
Yeah, she might.
Right.
Yeah.
And she probably did well.
She did real
Yeah,
well.
not no more.
She did real good.
Hey, we trying to get back to the unicorn. What else you been thinking about over there? You got, hey man, we'll talk later. We don't need to talk to you know, I love everybody in the group, but the unicorn, hey man.
We got nothing.
Hey, man.
Y'all can't be doing sidebar stuff. You can't be doing sidebar stuff in the group. We help each other.
We help each other, but you know, y'all talking about the unicorn. Listen, man, we talking about the sea salt. Might throw some cumin on that thing. And
Don't make me pull my AKA song out, and we help each other. We help
Look,
each other now.
me and my man been making money since 2020.
I hear that.
Lamar, you got to be my BFF.
Hey, everybody, we all BFF. This is a group. You know, I come back and show y'all after we talk. If you don't want to tell you, I'll tell you.
Look,
But-
go ahead and say what you wanted to say. I come back and tell you I thought I made my money.
Nah, I ain't, you know.
After he made his money. You're gonna come back to the group.
Ooh, that's dirt. Hey man,
I was thinking the same shade.
Hey, listen, I come to the group and I share y'all a lot of my mind. If I shut it off, I ain't low down. It's these folks playing with billions. I ain't only thing I got a couple. I'm still trying to get my first 500.
Boy, stop.
That's probably something I can say. I'm trying to
I'm
get
still
that.
trying to get my first 500, man. You don't want her buying 2-3 shot sales here and there, and shoot, man, you know. Trying to find me another $5. That's why I like Gamal. See him and Moreno used to come with them 30-cent stock, man. I came up, man.
Now they did now, boy. They used to have them.
Hey, yo, before we go, man, there was a whale. We'll put this out here. This big time investor bought a bunch of Rolls Royce stock. He bought and Rolls Royce stock right now is $1.49 a share. Don't know why, but he went in and bought a bunch of Rolls Royce stock.
How much is it a share?
It's $1.49.
What's the ticker on it?
The ticker is RYCEY. Just so y'all know. I don't know what he know, but he's a big time whale, man. It's been huh?
What was it again, Stacey?
It's RYCEY. There you go. That's it.
Rolls Royce Holding. You
Yeah.
know they make helicopter engines and other stuff too. Now you know that.
Ooh.
You know what, Stacey?
Ooh.
I think I like this.
Ooh.
Is that $1.49?
It fits.
Yes, it is a dollar, basically $1.50.
You can own a Rolls Royce Wraith for $1.49.
Or maybe I'll go
That's
buy
a
some
play.
shares of this tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying? You can own the color.
I know you will.
$1.49.
You know I will.
Hey, but look at this though. The thing is, we say if we go in and buy at this level, because it is in the buy zone, not the financial advisor. But if you buy it now and this stock even gets anywhere near back to, let's say it gets back up to the $3 mark, you have made a nice profit.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm gonna do. Thank you.
doubled your money.
Hey,
And then, then you go to the Rolls Royce dealer, pull up and say with your profit, you can tell them just,
Woo! Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. That's what they yell when the background's in your mouth. Bring them out.
Only the two Grady babies acting up.
That's how the people from the ATL, the natives of Atlanta.
Y'all go DJ shit.
Hey man, I'm gonna drop something on y'all though. I'm gonna drop something on y'all. You know, Sam just spoke of something. I think it went over y'all. I ain't gonna say I think. I'm sorry. That's the wrong way to say that. I think we missed how serious what he said. Rolls Royce make more than Wraiths. They make
Yeah,
jet
yeah.
engines. They make aerospace stuff. They
They make
make
a
a
lot.
whole lot more than just a Wraith. And their
And
engines have been around since World War One. So this is
Yeah,
a
they track
staple.
trailers, everything.
Yeah, this is a British staple that they may not let go to the ground. So why I mean,
how far it go back, Martinez?
Shit. Hey, the chart ain't long enough.
that's what I'm
We can
saying.
go
Like
on.
we may be seeing a buyout happening. Because they not finna let Rolls Royce go to the ground when they already got other stuff that they like. Unless they finna shut down everything Rolls Royce done or do,
See,
this
I was
might
thinking
be
the
a play.
I was thinking the dude was buying it because the world is about to open back up, and people gonna be, God dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I-
I think this is a buyout finna happen in the next couple of months, and you might have just brung up something because the Phantom it's more Phantoms on the road than Toyota now in rap videos and on TV. There ain't nobody got no Toyota no more. Everybody got some kind of Phantom, a Cumin,
That's an easy $100 play, man. That's all I
yeah.
can say.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
You
I'm
right.
gonna do
It
that.
is. And you ain't gotta worry about it. It's like, hey,
God,
you
bro.
lose it, ain't.
It's a
I'm gonna
$100
do
play.
it.
Oh.
I'm gonna buy him.
Can't go wrong with that.
yeah.
I feel like you can't go wrong with this.
Let me
I'm-
pull the fundamentals up on it real quick.
Well,
Yeah,
if
'cause
something
I
happened, I'll
mean,
just complain to y'all about
we
it.
might be on to something that we might can make some money on now, and it might
Man.
have just happened by mistake.
Who gave
We
that
got
up?
with Stacy.
Stacey.
It's Stacey.
Yeah, by
Stacey.
mistake.
Come on,
Stacey.
Stacey.
Hey, hold on,
Yeah.
now. Let's look into it and see what you can find before we throw this.
All right,
Hey,
Dang.
this
Here we
baby
go.
here might be finna be bone.
Come on now.
They got
Nibbles and bits. Yeah.
market cap of 12.5 billion.
Ooh.
So they got a lot of money.
They do.
Earnings per share. They losing $1.59, negative one.
That ain't nothing. That ain't that ain't nothing when you got people losing $27, $30 a share.
Listen, the 52-week high was $2.54. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They click on it. And then let's see the insider activity. Let me see if I can see who got.
So do you all know that they do large commercial aircrafts too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regional jets. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put some money in this.
I mean,
Now,
When we knew you was gonna put it at $1.50. What you gonna
You
put
sure
$5
did.
on it?
The educator is putting $1.50. I got $1.50 on it.
150. Okay, I hear that.
Sammy, we're gonna remember this, and I'm gonna tell you guys made all this money.
Hey,
Mhm.
don't remember it. Meet me at the bar.
But what I'm saying is, all it's gonna take is Rolls Royce to get bought out by it's an auto manufacturer. The Rolls Royce name and branding alone.
It's worth more than $1.50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I mean, you gotta realize we still really like, even though people want to not act like it, the pandemic is still going on.
I got a question. Where Martinez? What did it look like pre-corona? Where were we at?
It was at night
Right,
$10.
right here when I look at it,
What was it?
right, about $9 to $10 a share.
I'm trying to tell y'all now.
Yeah, people stop buying cars.
See that?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all now,
Factory shut down.
man.
Well, hey, I bought a car in the pandemic.
Listen,
You bought
Okay,
no
big money. Okay, big money.
I bought a car in the pandemic.
ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about. I hate to cut you off, and not. I like you, but I'm talking about the $10 that we might be seeing going in a minute.
I like it.
We're gonna do it. We
I'm
said
gonna
we're
put
gonna
something
do
on it.
it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with that one.
Cause it ain't. I don't expect it. Don't expect it to happen for.
Yeah, it's a long play.
It's a
Yeah,
long
it's a
play
long
now.
play.
It's a long play. But they ain't letting Rolls Royce go to the ground.
But all of the tape is one publicity stunt.
Oh,
Somebody say something about just like what Stacey just said. Hey, a big ball. Somebody poured a lot of money into road. All of the take is for one big name, and it be released to the media, and it's over. It's gonna shoot up.
I mean, if
well,
he
I'm doing it tomorrow.
Millions of dollars he invested in Rolls Royce.
and then you got to think about it. If all it's gonna take is other investors like, cause this is one of them things that, well, I don't think they'll probably get behind, but this is where Wall Street bets will get behind something like this, and they'll send it to the moon. That's their thing. Send it to the moon.
My whole idea behind it is it's a whale that bought it, and it just kind of puts me in the mind of Warren Buffett when he was buying up all that Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
And nobody could figure it out. Like, man, why you buying all this Wells Fargo? Well, shoot, he already knew what was coming.
Now they know.
Now they know. Now they know, bro. So he may know something to bet that type of money.
I'm gonna buy me some in the morning.
Yeah, it's like he ain't got no option chain on it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna set my stuff up, my buy order tonight.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy me some of this in the morning.
With the clothes, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy me some in the morning.
Yeah, I'm buying this. I get up at 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna buy me a good bit of this. I got $20.
I want to see which one.
I got $20.
Put a whole dub on it.
Put a whole dub on it. I had a dub on it, man.
Hey, you can walk. Yeah, man, I own Rolls Royce. You own Rolls Royce?
Yeah, I got $20 on the Rolls Royce, man.
Hey, it's like you pull up to the pump. Let me get $20 on pump one.
Hey,
Oh
87 octane.
Hey, put 87 octane that thing, man. It's knocking it, and pinging and knocking down the road. I'm like this.
Y'all are a mess. But I'm gonna make the play in the morning.
I think so. Long play, y'all. It's a long play, but I'm gonna bring. I put 20 on it. I got $20 on it.
Now, Stacey, if something happened, I'm gonna be looking for you now.
Hey, look, don't bet no more than 20.
Hey, just
I got $20.
I'm not your fiduciary advisor. Hey, look here.
Don't put no more than $20 on it.
Hold on. Hey, Sam.
What up?
What's on that XRP? What we have now?
Man, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. That XRP.
We got a play.
Martinez said, man, I'm gonna buy it. I was like,
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining in. Have a great time and enjoy everything that's going on. Catch us again next Sunday at 7:30, and we'll be actually doing it again. You can watch the replay on Facebook, catch it on YouTube. Also, make sure you come and join the group, Next Play Investors on Facebook. Join the actual group, get a little bit of insight, catch some news, share some news, meet a bunch of good new friends. And we'll be back again next Sunday, same time, talking about what's the next play, trying to figure out how to make passive income through group economics and just learning and working together. Other than that, we want to thank you for joining me and all the other people of the Next Play. And thank you for joining us. Is what we want to really say. Because it's not just me here, it's everybody else and all the fellas, the women that make Next Play a part of it. That's why we offer and welcome everybody to come and join. So it's one of those biggest things is thank you again. And until next week,